person, Mr. Siddarth Pamnath, a generative AI engineer with over 3 years of experience in generative AI application development, and AWS cloud technologies. Sir has completed his BTech in Computer Science and Engineering from MIT College of Railway Engineering and Research, and specializes in generative AI, large language models, retrieval augmented generation, agentic AI, AWS cloud, and AI powered automation solutions. Sir has also conducted numerous workshops and technical sessions on emerging technologies at various universities and institutions. We are delighted to have you with us today, sir. On behalf of the organizing team and all the participants, I extend a warm welcome to you. We look forward to learning from your expertise, sir.
Yeah,
Over to you, sir.
thanks, Ankush. Thanks. Hi, panel. My name is Siddharth. As Sir has introduced already about mine. So I am working currently as a generative AI engineer. So basically, my domain is the solving the core problems and giving the automation solutions. Like for example, means basically I provide the solutions for the B2B basically. So if any business has certain problems and they want to solve the solutions using the AI, so here there is my expertise. So yeah, in this and faculty development program where what I can give the insights, and they have the several points where I need to discuss. I will share my screen, and although I have 40 to 45 minutes, but yeah, I will cover most of the things. So basically here the first thing that all we have used the Claude AI, GPT, and there are the variables, but uh, which model is best for which activity and how we can evaluate means for example we want a model especially for the research base. Like for example, we have a certain research papers and we need a good responses. So here large language models comes in the place. So here what exactly the LLMs are means I will give you a simple example where all I will not go into much technical way. So here, what is an LLM is basically a trained model because right, uh, there are the certain tech giants like Claude AI, GPT. They have sat together, they have collected the data, they have trained this model. Like for example, I will show another screen where here there is a Claude AI UI where here we can see a Sonnet 4.6, Opus 4.8, Haiku 4.5, and efforts low, medium, high, max, thinking, and there are the other models also. So what are basically means uh, what is the difference between it? Means how we can evaluate for what purpose it is good and what is an accuracy, what is a percentage. So here, whenever a certain tool we are taking or subscription we are taking, the first evaluation step we need to do is that whether this fits our parameter. Like for example, you want to go to most of the research base for like the here are the certain things that you can have a connectors, you can have a plugins, you can have a web research also. There is an another tool where Kimi AI is basically for most of the agents like stuff. So here you can create the agents. So here how you can evaluate the model and what the model is, basically what LLM is. I will explain a simple way. Suppose there is one person, we have gave all the knowledge to him, all whatever the knowledge is there, like whatever it may be, technical, it may be non-technical, it may be geographical or anything it may be. So we have gave all the knowledge to that person, and we have trained a base person, means we have trained a person where if I ask anything to that person, so he can give the responses easily. So here initially they have built one base step, a base, what we can say, a base stuffing we can say that. So on that top of only they have added some more information, they have made more intelligence. So these are the variants of that, basically 4.8 sonnet. So these are the different models which performs for the different methods. Like for example, okay, I will search LLM benchmarks. Yeah. So here there is one website where whenever a new model launches, like recently, a Claude AI has released their model Fable 5, where it is an child of an mythos, basically. So it is by mistakenly released from their side. So there is certain under conflict to that, but it may be anything. So here, what we can see, the intelligence of an every model, a speed, a token per cost. So there are the certain parameters where, for example, like in the maths, how this model perform, in the knowledge base, how this model perform, how this actually a tool perform. So when we are going to the different tools, like for example, I have joined the session bit earlier only, and I have seen various questions like, give me a best free AI tools. So what exactly you need, first come to the problem statement. Before going to the direct tools, first you understand the problem, what exactly you need to do. For example, like, I am a PhD person. I want to research a certain things. Like, then rather than going to Claude, rather than going to GPT, or rather than going to Kimi, there are the different models. Like, I have one model. I have one tool, Elite. So here, see, I have searched one. Uh, what I have gave one prompt. I want to make research on LLMs, or I want to make research on a Proton, or what may be, it may be a topic. So it gather the resources. So these are the basically the research papers. These are the 10 resource paper I triple EXO. So in this way, like, I will search on another. I want to make research on Proton. So what it does, it gathers all information from the web, whatever it has. So it will start evaluating that resources. So you can see how much the data it is received, 13.5 million. So here we can see how much the results we have got. So what this basically the tool gives a proper output is basically on the research base, right? So whenever we are going to any tool, before taking or before buying or before using any tool, first you understand the problem, you understand the use case, what exactly you want to use, what output you want, right? So uh, this is one example where, say, you can see all the research papers here in the PDF forms. Whatever the resource present on the web, you can get all the papers here. So it is more effective than the cloud, right? It is more effective than the cloud. So in this way, whenever we are evaluating the things, whenever we are searching, whenever we are using any AI tool, we should not use blindly, because every tool has a certain power. We need to use in this way, where a output, whatever the output it is getting, it should be a very precise way where it can solve our problems. So basically, here we are focusing most on the problem based, right? Suppose I have another problem statement. I have a tons of n data. Like, for example, like, we will go on a bit a famous problem. Like, we have a certain department, electrical, mechanical, CSC, and ENTC. And for example, admin wants a person wants all the data, all the whatever the stuff is there in the centralized way, and one GPT, one UI, where if I search in the year 2020, how many students have been passed from the CSC department. So what it does, whatever the data present at the backend and whatever the data we have processed to that AI, like whenever they are taking the admissions, all the results, and all other what is the metadata is there. So at the one prompt, whatever the previous data is there, it will be getting in that only. So this is what we can say. In this way we can create a system. So here, what exactly the faculty means, how much work should be reduced and how much can be automated, and what the manual work is basically we need to reduce, that we can focus in this session. The first thing is that if we want to research anything, so these are some tools. And if every person has a certain problem statement, and we can have a fixed template where, if I have this problem, how can I find the model, that what is the LLM name, what is the model name, and how it is performed, whether the accuracy, whatever the accuracy matches my problem statement or not. So in this way we can evaluate these things. we can check whether before prompting, before using only, we are getting to know that it is useful for us or it is not useful for us. So this is a very simple and the generic way where whenever we are going it, we can convey to the students also the same thing. Whenever we are using any AI tool or any AI LLM models, so we can have this template and we can follow these templates. But if you have a depth problem and you want to integrate the certain things, like for example, you want to build an automated system, you are getting a number of and different chats on the WhatsApp channel, and daily, instead of an replying daily, instead of an checking the messages, you can make one flow. You can make one flow just by dragging and dropping. So here it is very easy. You need to know some bit configurations. I think most of the people has an ear that will like N10. So what exactly the N10 is? N10 is a SaaS platforms where we can integrate the number of end tools and build an one ecosystem. So here what exactly is that is, here we can build a complex workflows and ecosystem. So it looks very bit complex, but it is very easy. It is very easy. We need to know some only configuration basis, and using the chat gpt we can build this. Like for example, I want to build a system. Student has submitted the assignments. In I have gave one URL. They have submitted the assignments. Agent takes that assignment. It will check whether how much they have written, how much the questions are correct. Evaluate. It will generate a score and it will add in the Excel sheet. So here, whatever the manual intervention is there, whatever the faculties are sitting and doing in the manual way, so we can write a workflows. We can sit, and it is basically, once you understand this concept, once you understand this ecosystem, it is very easy to build. So here, in the era of an AI, so today in the era of an AI, we need to learn a certain things and we need to keep updating ourselves, right? So this is the way where we can solve a problems. As I have told, one problem, this, like, in this way we have this certain problems, like attendance system. So instead of and gathering the information in the pages, or storing in the data, storing data in the pages, we can go digitally. So in that way also we can solve the problem. So these are some use cases where the faculties can reduce their manual work, and here you can use this for free, like changing and mail IDs for, but you can host at a very minimum amount, like yearly I think 5,000 it is. So you can run your workflows at what we can say lifetime 24/7. But at the midnight 2 a.m. when students just submit the assignments, at the midnight also agent will evaluate your assignments, it will generate this course and it will add in the Excel sheet. So these are some use cases where we can go depth in there, rather than there are the plenty of people they are just using the AI tools. But what next? What next? Here using the AI means you are saving your time, but not by just prompting, not just by the prompting, but we can create the workflows also. We can create the workflows by using drag and drop. As I know, there are no more people in the tech, but we can have a try to it, and we can build our own workflows in very simple way. So this is the one thing. And there are the another things also where I want to convey, where like a prompt engineering is a concept where it is very useful in nowadays, and we should know that concept at any cost. Why? Because we are prompting in very generic way most of the things. Like if I want to get a certain information, what directly I will do is that I will search, like, give me the information of a certain book, like give me the list of the books for finance. So what it does, it will give the list basically. So 1, 2, 3, 4 in the generic way. But here, instead of giving the prompt in the generic way, we have a certain templates. Like for example, yeah. So these are the six structured parts where we can prompt in very efficient way, where we can get an output in better way. Like we need to break that prompts in six parts. Like first, a role. What a role I can give is that instead of telling, give me the list of books for the finance, first I will give a persona. See, AI is very dumb. Whatever the things you will be giving, it will act accordingly. Like for example, I will tell you are expert in the researching the books regarding the finance. Means what I am telling is that I am conveying a role. What is your role? What you want to do? After the role, a context. What exactly we need in the finance? There are the certain topics. When we try to break a problem in a certain bits, we will understand the more. In the same way, the AI also acts same. How much the prompts, how much the context you are giving in the precise way, you will get an output in very good manner. Like context, what situation means, what finance books we need, what we need, right? So like I need a finance book regarding an accounts or regarding a taxation. Means what here the filter is added. When the certain filter is added, it will go into depth of that. Again a task, then what exactly you need, means what exact books you need. Like in that book, what exactly you want to know. So you can add a task 1 2 3 4 5 and format at what format you need. Like you want a bullet points, you want a simple paragraphs, or you want in a simple generic answer, and how much length you want, more than 200 words, more than 100 words, or 50 words. This whatever the output is there, this also we can control using these tools. So and we can give the examples also. Like example, like you can give one reference, like I want a book, a finance book of the similar way. Like you have one author, they have one context. I want a similar context. Search that book on the web. So by giving the examples, what it does, it will go in depth. It will go in depth. It will fine tune itself, and it will do the chain of thoughts. The next step before answering, it will think. So in this cloud, there is one option, thinking. You can see, can think for more complex tasks. So if you have more complex problem statement, then you can enable this button. What this model do, rather than giving the answer directly in this way, it will first think, it will it will check the answers, it will match your question, and then if all the parameters matches whatever the question you are asking, it will give the answer. After that only, it will take a few seconds, but it will give you the precise answer. So rather than just using an AI tool, use AI tool in very sufficient way, in very efficient way. So here there are the certain tricks where you can play with this model. You can play with these tools, and here there is a template where we as an tech guy, means I especially use this because I get a good answers, good responses from that. Not only for the writing the codes, but for my generic also. Here we can set a template also. You can set a template, you can just change the parameters whatever you want, and you can paste directly to that tool, and you can directly just click to enter, and you will get the whole responses. So this is one thing where whenever we are using any AI tool, we should know that power, right? We have a bike of 4 to 5 lakh. It has an a 650 cc engine, and you are riding bike on 10 km per hour. So that not matches. Means the concept is that it has an power to generate a torque, generate a speed. Then we also need to push that model where we can get a good response, and whatever the work we are doing, so it completes in very less time by this method. So this is one thing where a prompt engineering, the skill we should have. There are the various courses, and you can go on the YouTube channel also. So this weekend, so uh, whatever till I have explained. So any doubts or what we can say, any questions there, so you can ask in the chat. So I will move on the next topic. Hello, am I audible, right?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah. If any questions are there regarding means a topic where you have a certain problem segment and you need a solution to that, so we will be discussing it. It will be a very interactive session that only currently we are discussing not about a AI, means not about a tools, but we will go in depth how the future of an AI it is, what exactly the things will be going in the future, and how much the what we can say the strength of that LLMs have and what work they can do. So if any questions are there, then please all panel can ask. So I will be happy to answer it. Session which part is for which type of activities for the teachers at a self-finance institutes. Okay, regarding the self-finance institutes, so what I can suggest to that I will provide one a list where see there are the number of and tools where there is a one website you can just filter that category like you want. If you want to finance, it will list to all the tools, whatever the tools you want. So after this session I will share that link where whatever the new tools are getting, it will be updating in that website, so you can get a bunch of tools. Yeah, you can get a bunch of tools. And what we can say, you can just add a filter like if you want a finance or you want a logistics, so just align to your problem, and you will get a list of all the tools. So I think I have answered. And how LLMs can be used for dataset predictions like ML and TL. So basically, it is a part of a core AI/ML. So here it is a bit lengthy topic where we can what we can say we can have another session onto it. We can have another session onto it. It is basically some bit lengthy topic. Okay. Yeah. I think now I am good. I will move to next one. What there are some what we can say there are some systems where we can use. And share my screen. Hmm. So what basically the problems we can face for in the systems. Yeah. My screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir, your
Yes,
screen
sir.
is visible.
Yeah. I3, there is one another tool also where we can have, and most of the things like uh, before using any tool, just go for the documentation first. Like every tool has a certain power where every after developing every product, they will write a certain guide where you will be knowing how exactly that tool will be used. So there are some certain stuff, certain documentation before using the tools. So you first go to that guide, you just read. Don't go in much technical way, just take that website and give to that cloud. It will summarize you and it will tell how each steps will be there and how exactly you can use that tool. So this is one. And another thing is that rather than buying different tools, rather than buying the different tools and spending money on the subscription, you can use an cursor AI, where I specially use that tool, where here you can here you can see a different models we have, like a cursor as in self model, composer 2.5, opus 4.8 by the cloud, ChatGPT 5.5. It is the latest model where it performs very well currently. And it is also I think the second and third in the benchmark. And a Sonnet 4.6. So rather than buying a different subscription from Cloud AI or the ChatGPT, you can go in this way also, where you can get all the centralized, what we can say, models, where you can just click to that enable and you can use. And here also there are the certain parameters where I have told you, like a thinking one, a fast is there, a 1 million token. So what it is basically, like you will be hearing that 70 billion parameters. It is 70 billion parameters token. So what exactly the 70 billion parameter is? That basically a data where they have divided the data into a weights, into 70 billion weights. That weights just added in the just that weights are, they took and they have trained that LLM. So that the weights are nothing but a data, nothing but a 1 million. So this is one basic, a technical, but there are the certain parameters in that also when we go in tech deeply. So here also we can use 1 million, low, medium, high, extra high, max also it is there. So every model has an own capacity, every model has an own capacity, every model has an own power, every tool has an own power. So we can use, and we can automate all the things. So what exactly the problems can be faced in the institutes for the faculties? Like I have came with a certain generic problems. Like recently also I have worked on the certain automation projects where certain automation I have did, like whole end-to-end system we have automated. We have automated a whole digital marketing agency, creating the post, marketing, running the ads, whatever this all humans are doing, whatever all humans are doing, we are building the systems, we are using a different tools, we are integrating, we are writing the code, we are building a centralized system where all the people can be, what we can say, vanished from that places. The desk that we are emptying the desk basically. So what exactly the work we can do is that we can try with a simple problems. Like I have told, we can go within n10, we can create a simple workflows. Like same, for example, there is one student where like there is one department, we can say there is one department, like ENTC, we have one department, ENTC we have a department. uh, HOD wants to convey a message on 10 groups. HOD want to convey a message for the 10 groups. In this way, what we have a 10 different groups where I want to post a message. Rather than posting a message in different groups, we can automate this thing also. Means here, see what exactly the automation is, that we are reducing our work, we are reducing our manual way, we are saving our times by using this. See, not most of the things, repetitive things that won't solve using the tools. We need to build an automation workflows. That is the reason where we need to get expertise in that also. We don't need to code anything. There are these certain tools, certain SaaS platforms. you just drag you just drag the two nodes, you just connect, and you can run the workflow, you can give the input and you will get the output. Like for example, a HOD want to convey a message on the tens and 20 groups, a same message. We can create these workflows also. We can automate all these things in very simple way. Like I have recently worked on one automation. When a student comes for the admission, when he registered, he submit the documents, results will be allotted. Results will be allotted. After allotting the results, you will get an admission. Sorry, my bad if I am making any mistake regarding this process. So I am giving a generic way to you, means a generic problem, a statement. Getting an admission. After getting an admission, he need to submit a certain documents, and we also need to make certain documentation, like a hostel process, a mess process, like allotting him in a WhatsApp group, allotting him in our databases, and sending uh, sending an assignments, like sending a timetable. So what we have did is that we have made a single portal, a single centralized portal from a student, when coming to admission, from there till is completing his degree, whatever the activities he has did, whatever the score uh, he has earned, and how much the subjects he has passed, what exactly he need to make improve, and at the last of the final sem, depending upon his GitHub profile, depending upon his technical evaluation, academic evaluation, and depending upon his all the activities like sports, AI AI will generate a certain portfolio of that particular students, where a TPOs can check which students are eligible, which students are not eligible, what exactly improvements are needed, and in which section the students are lagging. So here in this way, what we can do, what exactly this solution we have provided is that it evaluate all the data, whatever the previous data it is there, it is generate a certain report, and it displays to the admin. It displays to the admin. So here, what exactly means, rather than sitting checking the results, and gathering the data, sending the Google forms, please fill the Google form, and after that only we will be getting data, we will be sitting, we will be evaluating. So there is a lot of an headache. Once a data is registered in our system, we can play as we want with that data. So this is in power of an AI, the LLMs we can do. There are the certain databases we have, databases, certain platforms took places where this, whatever the hiring system or whatever the evaluation system for the educational institutes, so combining the certain tools together, integrating the tools together, and we can build an in-house system where all the work, whatever the repetitive work we are doing. So here also we have provided, right, a different tool access to the different departments. Like principal has an whole access, like he can access every models, he can access every third party tool. Like every person has a certain restrictions where that part it is not useful for that particularly person. So in this way it is called as an IAM, uh, where we can restrict to that persons also. And whenever the students coming to our campuses, so whenever student uh, coming to the colleges, so what we can do, instead of uh, putting ban on them, you don't use an AI tool. We should tell how you can effectively use an AI tool, what exactly output you are getting, and like, yeah, many students are there where they are generating the uh, stuffs, like at the last year when they are creating the black books, they pick the whole data from the this generated models, this drastically generated models, and they are pasting into it. They are pasting into it. So there are the certain tools also, they can evaluate the LLM generated text. Human generated text and LLM generated text are have a different ways, have a different tones of writing. So whatever the data generated, whatever the text generated by the LLM, we can evaluate that. And there are the certain steps where we can also test, right. So if any student is cheating, then we can catch in very easy way. It is very depth part where whatever the context we are getting, whatever the sentence formation is there, it is an what we can say, it is an text, it is he has manually wrote, he has took some LLM, or it is fully generated. We can align these things and we can test it. So yeah, so these are the certain automations where we can create. And as an faculty, as an faculty, okay, as an faculty, we can also create a certain automations, not by just using the tools. So another thing is that now how exactly AI is evolving. So currently, at the current stage, what exactly the things are going on at the back end, is that every institute has its, in the future, every institute has its own AI servers. Like for example, there is one program by the NVIDIA, NVIDIA is a famous company. It provides the GPUs, it provides the compute to run these models, to run these models. So every house, as we have inverters and AC, every house and own servers, a box servers where we are installing it, we are giving rent, we are taking rent from that companies. So whatever the future of an AI is that every institute has its own AI servers. They can they can run own LLMs, own models, rather than exposing the data. Another thing is that the main concerning is part and AI governance. AI governance. What exactly the AI governance is that? So see, we have some confidential data, like for example the financial documents, transactions, like we are doing the payments, whatever the documents we have, we can't give the access to that, because whatever the data we are giving to the tills, it will be storing in their cloud, it will be storing in their servers, where they are using that data and they are training their model to be a bit smarter. So in this way, what exactly we need to take care while using these models or using these tools is that first thing, we should not be giving the access whole, we should not be giving the whole access of our systems. Why? Why? Because there are the certain tools like Claude AI. Claude AI has a certain a desktop version. Like for example, now I am running on the web. The same Claude AI I can run on my system, on my motherboard, on my local system. So whenever I am running on my local system, it is definitely connected with the internet. So when you are connected with when you're when you have been logged in, when the that tool is running in your local system, the tool has a whole access of your system. Means what? That the whatever the data present in your system, tool can access whenever it wants. Like for example, if you are searching a certain photos, if you're telling that I want this photo, the LLM has an a free way, where a model has a free way, tool has a free way, it goes to your system, it will check all the photos. So then uh, directly proportionally it will go in their cloud, it will go in their systems. They will use our data to train the models, and it is what we can say a bit concerning about it. If we are go if we are thinking regarding the finance also. So what is solution for that? What exactly the AI governance is? What exactly we need to take care of it? We should not give any of our confidential data. Like in between, in India, there are the many people who have generated their own images, like Ghibli. So what they have played is that what the psychology the game is that they have took our own faces for face recognition expertise, where that model can gain, like whatever the data we have gave, like we have gave our photos to generate these images. Whenever we are giving the data, the model has an strength, model has an own autonomous system, a tool has an own autonomous system. It will take our data, it will train itself. There are no humans at the back end, where after getting the data they will upload the data and they will training the models. Now the engineers are a bit smarter, the architecture, the solution architect are very means what we can say very smarter, that they are doing they are doing these things in very autonomous space. So there are the certain concerning parts, that we want institute data at our platforms only. We don't want to expose institute data to that model, to that open API, to Claude, to Kimi, to NoteLM, or to the Gemini. I want my data at my own houses. So in this case, what we can do is that same, same like the faculty also consider, we are considering the two problems. First problem is that institute, second problem is that as a faculty, like I am also using a certain LLMs, a certain tool, certain what we can say a different subscriptions, but I used to generate the answers rather than uh, for taking the complex decisions for my work. Like if I want to do that things, what another solution is that whatever the model is there, whatever the Sonnet, IQ, efforts, so we have one mini models in that, mini LLMs, where they have trained we can install at our local system, they can run offline without any internet connections. So this this goes a bit tech part, but again simple. We have a tutorials, we can go through it and we can learn that things also. Because see, learning is learning new things in the era of an AI is not an bad part. Why? Because whatever the things are going in whatever the things taking place in the futures, like the Google has an introduce a certain products, means a list of products where uh, the outputs are very amazing, like a nano banana. This is basically for a marketing, like if uh, a certain institutes has, they want to generate a video, rather than hiring a digital person, just telling that work, we can have this LLMs, we can have these models where they can generate a short videos of in 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 seconds. So pay as you go. We need to pay that models. So currently they are not free. So in this way, there are the certain tools for the certain use cases. There are the different dots. We need to take the dots, we need to align the things, and we need to automate that workflows. So this is all where whatever the automations we can do in the institutes, and whatever the things a faculty can face, like we if you have a small problem, we can go to the direct cloud and we can do. But I want to do tons of an emails, like daily I want to do thousands of emails. This also won't work. Like if I told that uh, I want to mail I want to I want to do mailing 100 a daily. Sorry for my English. 100 for daily means what we can do is that it won't work here. Because why? What the work is that it will just give a context. In this problem statement, we need to create an automations. So there are the certain research workflows as we have discussed. So there are the certain tools for the literature review, uh, semantic scholar, Skite. For the data analytics, there is a Claude and ChatGPT code interpreter. And the citations and the notes, we have Notebook LM and the Scholarly and Zeros. Writing and editing, Grammarly is already present. So we are most of the things we are using for the correction. So this is about the prompt engineering, and the of responsibilities used and the academic integrity is that verify the facts. Whenever there is a one concept where LLM hallucination, it is called. LLM hallucination means the it will give a very ungeneric answers. Like there is one length, you are doing the chatting, you're going chatting more than it context limits. It has a certain limitations, like it has a certain memory power. It can remember at that context only, right? So if the text is, it will generate anything. Because why? It is an AI LLM generation tool where the work is that only the generation, you won't get a meaningful context. It is called an LLM hallucinations, it is called. So we should also take care of it. We should verify the cases, data protection. And another thing is that uh, be transparent. Means there are the certain institute has a certain policies that AI should access this part and AI should not access a certain part. So we can design the automations in that way. And rating the assignment design, rating means it comes under the agentic workflows, where like we are building a certain 2 to 4 or more than that agents. They are communicating with each other. Till then they are getting a proper expected answer as per the question a user asks. So this is all about what exactly currently we are using is that, and how we can deal with the tools, how we can deal with an AI. So what exactly the what we can say output we want. So yeah. I think I have delivered whatever the expected things I want. If anything is remaining or any doubt is there, please, a panel can unmute yourself. You can ask questions. I will try to answer my best and I will find a good solution to you. And another 20 minutes we can have an QA session on it.
Participants, if you have any questions, then you can post your questions in the chat box.
Attendance. Uh, for any library detection system in the model. Regarding the library detection and the attendance, the same. We won't get a tool where it 100% align our problem statement. It won't. We won't get tool. It does not 100% align our problem statement. We get an answers for what we can say is that uh, in 80/60, 80/20, 60/40 in this way. So if you want an 100% accuracy answers or 100% expected answers, so another way is we need to go in the automation also. So tools for creating the PPT is that I will prefer best is that Claude AI. So another is Note LM I will prefer, and there are the number of tools where according to the use cases we can use, and tools for notes preparation. So regarding which notes, means are you giving any input, and like are you giving any input like giving research papers or books where you need to prepare a certain notes, means what type of notes it's are, class notes for AB topics. Okay. We can go for the generic LLMs like ChatGPT and Claude also. They will uh, perform very well onto it. And any effective tools for preparing the assignments. So the same thing. We can go to the Kimi also. Kimi is also a best tool currently. It ranks at the second table, I think, in the current leaderboard. So a Kimi AI has an certain, what we can say, a certain sections where I will share my screen where we can go deep dive into that tool also. We have some time, so we can create a slides here. Same, we can see here they have a certain slides. Academic, for the academic we have these templates, for the businesses we have the templates, for the auto we have the templates, adaptive also have, we have visuals also. How much pages of PPT we want, we have here certain parameters like 20 to 20, 26 to 30 list we have. And the agents, if you want an agent mode, if you don't want a non-agent mode, we can just select and unselect this. So Kimi has a certain LLMs, different types of LLMs, and same for the documentation, for the creating the assignments, for the questions, for the question bank. So this is sufficient. This tool is sufficient. But if you want to more than that, then go for the subscription directly. If your limit is more than high uh, of this free trial, so this we can this from my side I can provide. I can recommend this tool for you, sir. So there are the certain sections also like sheets. If you want to fill in Excel sheets in the automated way, just give the context. It will fill the sheets also. I think they have the certain connectors also here there, and agent swarms also there. Agent swarms are basically, the concept is that more than 4 5 agents, whatever there, they will communicate and same. They will work together and they will give a certain uh, output to you, and a code for if you're basically a programmer where you can go to the Kimi code also. So these are the expected answers I have give uh, as per the things I am evaluating. So rather than this, if any other questions are there or any problem segment where any automations you want to do, sir, I want an automation where uh, I have this problem segment. My time is uh, my most of the time I'm spending on this. I want to automate this step. It may be anything. So I can provide you solutions at the right time here only. If anything, the problem segments you have. any faculty or panel member. Okay, Venkatesh sir, I think I'm good from my side. Kindly provide your contact details. Okay, fine. Uh, Venkatesh sir, can you please provide my details to Parimori Gandhi?
The contact details will be shared in the WhatsApp group.
Okay,
Worry about
okay,
that.
yeah,
And we do have 5 more minutes. If anyone has any questions, then please post it in the chat box.
yeah,
Sir will definitely answer.
yeah, definitely. Yes.
We'll wait for 2 more minutes if we have any questions, and then we can end with the session, sir.
Okay, yeah. Thanks, sir. How to prevent students from using AI? Uh, what we can do is that rather than preventing students from using AI, is that we can uh, set a certain boundaries where you can use that much part with AI, with help of an AI, and other things you need to do the manual way. Like for example, many of the students are there, they will lose their fundamentals by using these tools. They will close their eyes, they will prompt all the things, they will copy and they will paste. They don't know anything, what exactly the LLM is giving, what the context it is giving. So rather than preventing wholly, what we can do is that whatever the certain parts are there, we can tell that you can use this AI, and whatever the brain warm up topics are there, we can tell that you don't use that, you should be doing them manually. So in this way we can have a mixed version. We are given any exercise, they will simply go subject and give. Yeah, definitely. See sir, Kalpesh sir, yeah. So we can't totally what we can say put a ban on students by using AI, because it is totally now open source, everyone can use. If you are restricting the tools in your institute campus, like by using by adding IP address blocks, by adding the security layers, when they are going to home, they will be definitely doing the prompting and they will be generating the answer. So we can't totally ban the students, but rather than banning, uh, we can set a certain boundaries to that students, where what we can say is that whatever the you are generating, whatever the text you are generating, you should be generating that part in a manual way. And another thing is that whatever the another section is that you if you are using the AI, then we are good for that. So we can set the boundaries rather than uh, preventing the students that you for you from using the AI. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay, I hope there are no more questions from the participants. And don't worry about the attendance link, it will be shared in the WhatsApp group. Okay, as we come to the end of today's sessions, it is my pleasant duty to propose the vote of thanks. On behalf of the organizing committee, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed resource person, Dr. P.S.R. Patnaik and Mr. Siddarth Pamnath, for sharing their valuable knowledge, practical insights, and expertise with all of us. Your sessions have truly enriched our understanding of AI and its applications in teaching and learning. I sincerely thank our respected in-charge principal, Dr. S.R. Sir, head of the ENTC department, and FTP coordinator, Dr. Asha Tharange Madam, and our FTP co-coordinator, Dr. Vipul Kontekar sir, for their constant guidance, encouragement, and support in organizing today's program. A special note for appreciation goes to all the faculty members and participants for your enthusiastic participation. We look forward to your enthusiastic participation tomorrow as well. With that, we conclude day one of our 5-day faculty development program on AI powered teaching excellence. I request all the participants to kindly join us tomorrow sharp at 2 p.m. for another exciting day filled with insightful and discussions on emerging AI technologies. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe and see you all tomorrow at 2 p.m.